Hey everybody, it's that time again. Time for Darrell's Monday Market Report. Still having issues with my GoPro, so we're going to have to figure out how to do this with the iPhone going forward. So things are getting interesting out there. Rates have already started going up. I was talking to someone today whose home I was at, and they mentioned that interest rates are headed up. Something for you to think about if you're thinking of selling or buying. Rates are not going down. So what's that going to do to the market? Means as prices increase, buyers can buy less, which means there could be some downward pressure on prices coming. So keep that in mind, sellers. So it's still a good seller's market. As you're going to see from the numbers this week, things are dropping from the week before. It's seasonal. So this week in all of Collin County, from homes new to the market to being sold, had 1,003. That's down 45 from the week before. That's in the last 7 days here. So in all of Collin County, we had 243 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 256 that went under contract. At 207 that went pending, 297 that sold. So you can see sellers, even though inventory's down, that right there, the sold wiped out everything new that hit the market this week. So in speaking of that, existing home sales have dropped according to some surveys. New home sales are up. However, just remember, buying a new home, you definitely want representation. Unfortunately, it may be a little difficult to get in this environment. New home builders, you just make sure that you watch your P's and Q's. Allen this week, we had 20 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 23 that went under contract, 7 that went pending, and 27 that sold. Lucas had 2 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 5 that went under contract, 1 that went pending, and 4 that sold. Parker this week, 4 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 2 that went under contract, nothing went pending, and 1 that sold. Fairview, 3 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 2 go under contract, 2 that went pending, and 5 that sold. And now we're to the 3 big players in the Collin County market. Now, Plano and Frisco, they lie in a couple different counties. Collin and Denton, both Plano and Frisco, in case you're new to the area. And speaking of new to the area, if you're looking to lease right now, I mentioned it in some other videos, it's really crazy. I have a lot of people contacting me from California. Just know lease inventory's down, and I have a lot of people moving here from southern Texas like Houston. Be prepared, lease prices are an all-time high. They're nothing like Houston. It's very expensive to rent here, more expensive to rent than own. So keep that in mind if you're moving here. Don't expect inexpensive rentals because they're difficult to find, multiple applications, and over list price on rentals. Again, I was trying to help someone this week, multiple applications on a rental, and they were asking for highest and best. Again, never been a rental market like this in my 20 years in the business. So just want to make sure you know that. So this week, number 1 again, and we're down quite a bit from where we were at the peak of the market. Mckinney came in number 1 at 180. Properties from new to the market or sold. Plano number 2 at 173 and Frisco at 165. So Plano this week, 34 new properties hit the market or had a price change with 59 go under contract. See, look at those numbers. You just can't keep up. The inventory's moving, flying off the shelf. So even when there's less inventory, sellers in a rising rate environment, good time to get it done before the market may get more inventory coming. Because with increases in taxes potentially coming, that right there, if someone's on the edge that did a loan mod in the last year or so, that may be enough to push them over the brink. So we still have that shadow inventory hanging out there. And in Plano this week, 53 properties sold. Look at those numbers compared to what hit the market, almost basically 20 over. So anything that hits the market really does not replace what's already gone. Mckinney, 40 new properties hit the market or had a price change. 49 went under contract, 30 went pending, and 61 sold. 21 more sold than hit the market. So sellers, keep that in mind. Things are still moving. Mckinney is really hot. All of Frisco, or all of Collin County is. But McKinney stayed number one here for quite a bit. Frisco, 34 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 47 go under contract, 28 that went pending, and 56 sold. So see, across the board, things are selling. So sellers, if you're thinking, go ahead and do it. Do not delay. I know holidays are coming. A lot of people want to be in a new home for the holidays, so keep that in mind. Melisa, 8 new properties hit the market or our price changed. It's a funny number this week. 8 went under contract, 21 went pending, and 8 sold. So those 3, they all wipe out all new inventory. Princeton, 10 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 10 that went under contract, 4 that went pending, and 12 that sold. And in Wylie, we had 20 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 14 that went under contract, 10 that went pending, and 30 that sold. In Lavon, 2 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 2 that went under contract, 1 that went pending, and 4 that sold. And before I get to the last 3, I was with buyers this weekend down in the M Streets area, and we ran into a gentleman who does a lot of work on townhomes and condos in that area. Learned a lot from him, very interesting. The newer the property, they look great, but according to him, there's a lot of structural issues, roof leaks, air conditioning ducts that rust, have a lot of moisture buildup. So if you're thinking of buying down there, definitely want to get a great inspector. And this gentleman I'm going to keep in contact with because he provided a whole lot of value to me and the clients who were looking at properties with me. And this week, we had 15 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 10 that went under contract, 21 that went pending, and 10 that sold. Farmersville, 8 new properties hit the market or had a price change this week. We had 4 that went under contract, 2 that went pending, and 2 that sold. Last but not least, Van Alstyne, 6 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We had 1 that went under contract, 5 that went pending, and 6 that sold. Hope you're having a great week. Temps are cooling down. Market's not. It's still hot. If you're thinking of selling, have questions, want to know what's going on in your neighborhood, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you want me to add an area that I don't talk about every week, happy to do so. Or if there's a subject that you want me to talk about, happy to do that too. Contact information is at the end of this video. Talk to you soon. See you next week. Bye-bye.